the real world.
Welcome to my channel. This is Serge bringing you another action figure collector's review on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Charge Gold Ranger. As you can see, you get the figure right there itself. You get a sword right here. Looks like you get an effect piece, interchangeable hands. You get an extra head sculpt right there. Right here, you get the image, the artwork right here on the side of the box. Power Rangers logo up there at the top. Over here on this side, you get the same image, just reflected. Right here, you get a nice little product shot on the back of the box. Up here, you get nothing but the tab, and down here, nothing but the barcode. Let's get to it. Open this bad boy up. A good look at these accessories. Right here, you get the little effect piece that goes over the sword. We've seen this many times. Came with the Red Ranger and the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger. And all you do is you take the sword right here and you just slide this up through here. Just like so. And you can weave it in and out however which way you want to. So that looks good. Right here we'll take a look at his sword. Now I like this sword. The paint feels a little different to me than what it has before, the past Power Rangers weapons. But I'm still pleased with it. It looks good. I like the red and the yellow and the blue. The sculpt work looks nice. I feel like it should have some more paint on it. Like maybe a little bit of black right there at the handle part. I don't know. I don't really watch Dino Charge, but you can let me know in the comments below. We'll take a look at the Beast Morpher. The Dino Charge Morpher. Looks good. I like it. But as I said before, with the sword, I feel like this needs more paint to it. But all in all, I'm pleased. We get our hands. We get a karate chopping hand and we get a fisted hand. They look good. They're a different sculpt than what we get with the normal Power Rangers. So I'm very pleased to see different sculpt work in the hands. The details look good. I'm very pleased with that. I would like to see some like silver or something like that around the hands. But other than that, looks pretty good. Not too disappointed with that. And same thing goes with these hands. They're sculpted well. But I got a little bit of scuffage right there. It looks like some extra paint, gold flakes. But I mean, the hands don't look bad themselves. The sculpt works really, really nice. I'm enjoying that a lot. Look at Sir Ivan's head sculpt. Now his looks a little better than all the other ones, and he's got a little bit of black on his face, so he could have got dirty or something in battle. But anyway, his looks a little better. I mean, he kind of looks a little animated if you ask me. But let me know what you think of this head sculpt in the comments below. But I like it, but I could go either way. Hey guys, my name's Ivan and I'm here to sell you some action figures. Now, I like this, but he kind of looks like an 80s pop star, if you ask me. I mean, it's a flashy outfit. I don't know. I feel like the gold should be golder. But we'll get into that in just a little bit. I'm just wanting to show you the Ivan head sculpt. And it can move up, you know, that far up. And that far down. Which isn't that bad. And he's got a little bit of that head tilt going on. So, I'm not dissatisfied with it. But there's just something a little off about it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Bracelet on is a little bit tricky. Because you have to take this and peg it out. And then peg it back in. But I'll have it faced out that way. And then you just want to push that pressure. Apply that pressure. And try not to break it, and it doesn't want to go in. It's wanting to fight me, but right there we got it in right there. It's like so. And if you want him to hold it in his hand, then what you do is you get this and you can adjust it to go like that, and you can hold it just fine. Dino Charge Gold out of the box, making his appearance onto your screens. He looks like a pretty cool figure. I don't know a whole lot about Dino Charge Gold because I don't know that much about the Dino Charges. But this guy is pretty awesome. And I do have some minor complaints, and we'll get into that in just a second. Sword, it does open up, so yeah. It does that. Pretty cool feature. Into that articulation for Dino Charge Gold, he can look up a pretty good amount, that far up. He can look down, just like so. And let's see if he's got any of that confused dog going on. Not so much to that side, more so to that side. His head can do the exorcist. His arms can lift up that far to the side, and that does hit that shoulder pad, but that shoulder pad kind of like, it's out of the way, so that's as high up as it can go. He's got these butterfly joints that work out perfectly fine. He can do the perfect pitch at the full 360. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that can bend in that far, and he's got a swivel right here, and then his wrist has a swivel in it, excuse me, and it has a hinge. Now right here, it does kind of get in the way when posing it around, but it doesn't bother. It's like a floaty piece, so it's not that bad. Kind of reminds me of like a workout tool for your forearms or something. But anyway, his diaphragm can lean that far to that side and that far to that side. Just his diaphragm without the added ab crunch, he can lean in that far. And he does have this soft cape back here at the back, but that doesn't bother his articulation. He can move in. Here, let me raise these arms up so you can see a little bit better. But he can move back that far. And with the added ab crunch, he can look all the way down at his toes. And he can get leaned all the way back, which is awesome for whenever he's getting hit in the face. So that's good. And he also can twist side to side. He can kick his legs out that far apart, splits. He can kick his leg forward quite a bit, that far forward, and not so much back. He's got a great double jointed knee, bends in that far, and he can bend in that far back. He's got a boot swivel. He's got ankles can move down that far to do the pretty ballerina. Can move that far up, and he does have the ankle pivot. Now let's take a look at that sculpt work, which I think they nailed it on the sculpt. The sculpt looks amazing. I like the helmet and the detail on there. And this little piece is painted on, but all this is sculpted right through here, around his visor. Looks nice. I like the way that looks when it comes to the point. I like the red in there and the blue. Like this. Now this is a floaty separate piece, but it's not removable. Like it's glued in there, so I wouldn't try removing it. And it's got some paint rubbing right there on the back. I think that's where some of the glue caught and it just broke loose. But right here, sculpt work on the back of the figure looks very, very good. I love these Dino Charged arms. I have to start watching Dino Charged because these just off the figure alone, the red and the gold, they look really nice. So I might have to start doing that. But anyway, the belt looks awesome. I'm enjoying that. The wrinkles all over the pants and the suit, the body, it looks great. Very pleased with that. I like the silver bands. Now, I wish, just much like Goldar, I wish that they would have used like a better gold. But with what we have, with the sculpting on this guy, and there's a lot of new, and there's some reuse too. You can't complain too much, so I figure we'll get a re-release with this guy with better paint apps. Here's how Dino Charge Red scales with Dino Charge Gold, and they go very well in scale. And now they do use a lot of the same parts, but there's also some new there because this line work is sculpted right here to where this line work right here isn't really sculpted, but that part is. But they use a lot of the same parts, as you can tell. Here we have a couple of gold dudes hanging out. You have Beast Morpher's Gold Ranger on the right, and then you have Goldar on the left. And here's how he scales with a couple of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You have the red Dragon Shield Ranger on the right, and the Dragon Shield Black Ranger on the left. Scaled with a couple more Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You have Lord Draken on the right. I just did a review on him. If you want to go check it out, you can do so. And Lord Zed on the left, and I just did a review on him as well. If you want to go check that out, you can do so, and you can figure out why he's got that trophy behind him if you watch my top 10 list. Here's how he scales with a couple of McFarlane toys from My Hero Academia. You have Izuku Midoriya on the right and Alma on the left. Just for fun, here's how he scales with a couple of Marvel Legends symbiotes. You have Carnage on the right and Back in Black's Deadpool on the left. Final thoughts on this figure. With me not watching Dino Charge and not knowing a whole lot about this character, it doesn't take away the fun fact. And that's how well it's articulated. And I love the character design. The sculpt work is really nice. I think it's on point, but there are some nitpicks in the paint department. Like, I feel like it's lacking in some places, and in other places it just looks like it's been took out of the box and already played with. It's got little black marks on it. So if you come across a place that has multiple copies of this, or a large quantity of them, go through the assortment of figures and just pick out the best copy for yourself. If you are a fan of Dino Charge, I recommend picking this one up. But let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of the review in the comments below. And as always, feel the urge to collect with Surge. If you want more action figure collectors reviews, then feel the urge to subscribe to Surge. And if you liked what you've seen, then click that thumbs up button. And if you want to see this channel grow, then don't forget to share with a friend. Speaking of friends, you can friend me over there on Facebook. Links to that will be in the description below. You can follow me along on Twitter. Links to that will be in the description below.
Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
Yeah. Get off the toilet. Your legs are going on.